Saturday morning, within the first week, I've been here in Bali. We're just at Flowerboy Cafe, which is north of Canggu. I think it's in an area called Samagi or Chamagi. And they run a 5K and a 10K run club Wednesdays and Saturdays. I normally do the Saturday because it's slightly bigger. But essentially what it is, we all start at a starting point and then we all go for a run. I'm doing 5Ks today because I want to do 5Ks quicker as I did the 11K run early in the week. Then we all come back to the cafe, can hang around, have a coconut, have a coffee, and then we go off and do our own thing. What I'm going to do today, I'm always early, so I'm actually here before most people. There's a little group starting to get here now. I'm just going to warm up and then I'll do the five nice and quick. I'm not going to have a coffee here. I'm going to actually then go to a gym called Beyond. I'll do a ice bath sauna session there, and then I'll go have breakfast and a coffee.
I wasn't wearing my hard hat. We'll start off with a round of applause for yourselves for showing up early. Little housekeeping, I guess. This week I've been thinking a lot about what Flower Boy is, and yeah, I just want to say it's like, for me, it's a foundation for potential.
Two Ks in, super crazy. Like I said, I'm only going to do the 5 to 6K loop. A little bit quicker than my normal pace. Let's go. I just finished the run and we did a 6-kilometer loop. I ran it in 6.1 Ks, 4:49 pace in zone 4 and 5 again. Like I keep saying, it's super interesting with me. I can hold high zones for a long time, but my low zone is I just struggle to get into it because I'm almost walking. Anyway, we're at a new gym called Beyond, which is amazing, if you can look. It is a CrossFit style gym and I signed up to the open gym. So I get access to here because I really want to use the bike erg, which is just behind me. I literally just signed up to use the bike erg, but I might run a few little CrossFit workouts. The actual reason I signed up is for the recovery. They have an ice bath, a magnesium bath, and a sauna, a lap pool, and an insane view. Let me show you. It just looks out at so much of the rice fields here, which is super, super pretty. It costs 2,200,000 rupiah, which pretty much just translates to 220 AUD. So just over $50 for the week, which if I'm using it every day, it's like $7 a day for all of this. So that is a steal. I'm gonna jump into a few little rounds now. I haven't done an ice bath since I was last in Bali, so it's actually been a few weeks. Then I'm gonna jump in the sauna. I haven't used a sauna in forever because I used to hate them, because I'm not actually a big fan of sweating. A lot of that was to do with having long hair. So now it's short, I can soak it all up, get my recovery in. 2-minute rounds for me, pretty easy. We might do 2 or 3. Shoulders under, if you have shoulders above. You're skipping half of the mental aspect that comes with doing an ice bath. 2 minutes in, 5 minutes, nothing crazy. I don't want to go too long, and then we'll go get some breakfast together. I just got done eating breakfast. It would be the most expensive meal of my whole week. It cost 200,000 rupiah, which is just under $20. Today is the one day of the whole week I don't work at all. I don't do anything coaching based. I don't do anything in terms of business. The only thing I do is content and Instagram and my personal things, but they're all passion projects and they're all the fun parts of choreless feeling work. I'm going to jump on my bike. I'm going to head back home. I'm going to do a little bit of video work, a little bit of editing, wait for the sun to come out a little bit more. Then I'm going to either sunbake or go back to the recovery center, catch up with some people there, lay there in the sun, or I'll go for a walk at the beach. I'm not sure yet, but I'm definitely getting some sun because I've been missing it. I haven't been out in it much yet. However, let's get on the bike and let's send it home. We're on the bike erg this morning. Woke up 5 a.m, gym opens 6 a.m. Had a little bit of hydration, had a shower, and then rode straight to the gym. We're just doing a cruisy half marathon on the bike erg. So 21 Ks, just elevate the heart rate a little bit. Today is Sunday, and it is my most boring day of the week to video, but one of my most favorite days of the week because all I do is client spreadsheets all day. Reviewing, replanning, target setting, analyzing, breaking down, inspiring, directing, just giving guidance for all the individuals that trust in my methods, my systems, aspire to have a better life, want to show up for their future self, want to learn how to show up for their future self. So just trusting in my weekly analysis and breakdown and then target setting. And one thing I love about coaching so much is that it's individual for every person. One person needs 20 text messages a week, one phone call, and 1,000 words written in their update. Another person needs 300 words written, one text message, no phone call. The next person just needs a 500 word update, and that's it. I think that's really special because everyone's needing of different adaptations. Everyone's needing their own rate of accountability and guidance. I've been having this thought a lot recently, and I talked about it quite a bit in the podcast episode I dropped last week about being certain on who you are and what you do, but fluid in the way you move forwards. And essentially the idea that I'm trying to conceptualize is that it is so crucial and important to back yourself. Find out who you are, learn who you are, have solid beliefs, have opinions, have straightforward mindsets, but know that they will change in time and that they're able to just move in any direction. I think one thing I got caught up in was being so straight arrow and too much of the solidification. I was too straight set. And over the last 12 months, I've really learned to be straight and solid on who I am, but fluid. And fluid meaning allow new ideas to come in, allow new perspectives to come in, allow people's opinions and thought processes to also impact mine in a progressive and positive way. Because if you're not certain on who you are, then you're always rendered helpless to the opinions and thoughts of other people. However, if you're too certain, you're not open and willing to learn and be inspired by new perspectives. And it's almost a really beautiful dance between the two that I'm trying to really, really hone in on how much ratio of each. But I thought it was an important point to talk about in the podcast because it's been so impactful to my life. And I really think for you, if you don't believe in yourself, learn to believe in yourself. That's the first thing. You have to start to back yourself. Now, if you back yourself too much and you can't take perspectives and thought processes from other individuals, now open that up. And man, when you can become a person that balances backing yourself with high self-respect and believing in who you are and what you do, And then also be fluid in how you move. Read books, listen to podcasts, tune into other conversations from other individuals and really just start to see their perspective. Right, this is why I think this way. This is what I know, this is what I believe. But this is what they think, and that's why they think that. And that's why they believe that. Okay, I love my way, but I also love theirs. Let's merge that together. And I think when you're someone that can really have that locked in aspect about yourself, but also draw in from other people, gain from other individuals, holy shit, you'll honestly be unstoppable. And I think often what happens is we all fall into one of those categories or dynamics, and that's why we get stagnant and stuck. And that's why we get held back. But if you can just really learn to just move fluid, knowing it's fine to believe what you believe now because you believe it for a reason, but it might not be what you believe for the rest of your life. God damn, you become unstoppable. And that's really what I'm trying to move into myself at the moment. Cardio done. 45 minutes. I think it was like a 650 cow burn. I listened to a Naval Ravikant and Chris Williamson pod, which was actually amazing. It's like 3 hours long though, so I only got 45 minutes into it. Day's feeling good. Really good. It's nice and warm. Sun's out. Not many clouds. It's a good day to be inside and change some lives. That's what I'm going to spend most of my day. I'll finish relatively early afternoon. Then I'm going to grocery shop, plan out my whole week in my notes, day by day, micro tasks, small tasks. And then all my big tasks and business tasks goes into my diary, and I check both every day. Grocery shop, planning, clean the apartment of where I'm staying, maybe a little bit of stretching. I might go for an afternoon walk, read some of my book, and then send it to bed nice and early. I start the week just straight into programming, calls, program writing, and spreadsheet just running over. Might see you tomorrow. Monday morning, that means all of Sunday was done. All the spreadsheets, all the preparation, all the planning, the grocery shopping, mapping out my whole week. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning and have just been back to back content, programs, future self coaching calls, a couple more spreadsheet updates, and mapping out this week's content. Anyone who says life is going past slow, I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. The one consistent anxiety I have is how quick life is going past. Like, it is going like that.
I don't need love, just a pocket full of dead friends. Could give a fuck what they saying, I'm a not 10. Like when up, I pull up in that new Benz. Could give a fuck what they saying, I'm a not 10. I just linked the O in the hotel lobby. I hit it, then I go home, roll with shawty. Make a song about the box, got me feeling like Roddy. They know I'm a pop, ain't shit gon' stop me. And it's funny how shit changed. Guess I made another mistake when I fought with you. And I've been walking down the bank with a whole lot in the safe. Now she stuck like glue.
Push day session done. I, for so long, hadn't been tracking a program. I always was able to push myself into a high RPE knowingly without actually tracking. However, to contradict that statement, the minute I put myself on a program, everything instantly just dialed up that little bit more. The way I go about my sessions now is I'll track 2 exercises, tricep, chest, and shoulder, and then I'll free float the rest every session. So I do anywhere between 8 to 12 exercises per session. I track the first 6, and then I'll just float the others. And that just keeps it enjoyable for me. So when I'm not that motivated, I'll always be progressively overloading the 6. And then when I am motivated, I'll progressively overload the 6 and then also send a few more. It's just a really nice balance that I found for myself. I'm going to go home. I'm going to program. I'm going to create some content. I'm going to have a protein shake for lunch. And then I'm going to go to the other recovery center gym this afternoon and hit a HIIT session, which will be really enjoyable. I'll take you along for that. And then probably wrap up vlog number 2.
Sauce it up. Swerving in out of lanes, party I like every day. I'ma keep on going, I just want another 100K. Shawty wanna wet it rain, ride her down my everything. I'm here to terror, got me serving through the interstate. Ran away from the past and the nonsense. Tired of toxic ends, not an option. Made it up from the mud, I'ma find this. Taking off hella fast, I'm a Martian. Yeah, pressure on my body on sync, yeah. Never had a copy for the clicks, no, ayy. Money always got me feeling big, yeah. In a drop top, zooming 96, I'm gone. Decimals adding up, got money making hits, now you not catching up. Pull me up, yeah, I'm a drink, now there ain't any luck. I've been working, it's a binge, you can catch me posted up with a yeah, let it rule. 5K on a chain, that's where I be gone. Look both ways for the ops, yeah, they want me gone. Trust no games, I don't play, I don't want it, nah. I was down bad, now I'm out like a
Sometimes programming your own sessions, you can tend to do what you know you're going to be able to do. So I actually hit up my mate Max, who's a Taurian, Australasian athlete, and just said, hey, just give me a workout. I need something with the GHD, with the bike erg, and some shoulder press because it's push day. I like to stick to the same muscle group. And he sent me a workout with all three of those aspects. And I'm the type of person that if I say it, I'm going to do it. But I knew I hadn't done the GHD in a long time and my back tends to flare up a little bit and I get a really bad headache. So I set 15 reps GHD, 25 cows bike erg, and then AMRAP shoulder press. And I was hitting around 25 to 35 presses at the end of each round, resting 2 minutes, repeating 4 times. But yeah, that's got me good. I'm done. Huge Monday, really big weekend. I'm gonna duck home, have some dinner, read a little bit of my book, maybe watch some Black Mirror, which I've been watching recently, which has been really enjoyable. And then I am getting to bed. Just picked up dinner. Actually, I didn't pick it up. I had dinner dropped off. The whole way it works in Bali and Indonesia is they have a really good delivery system that actually ends up honestly being cheaper to order than to cook. So dinner tonight for 160 grams of beef patties, 160 grams of beef mince, 200 grams of rice, and 500 grams of chicken delivered to my place cost, I think, $18. 18 AUD, 180,000 rupiah. What I do with that is I just cook 5 eggs, put 5 eggs on top of it, and that's my meal. That's what I have for dinner. A nice big dose of protein a few hours before I go to bed so it can fuel me now and then whilst I'm sleeping as well. Living future self 2.0. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. Like the last episode, if you have any feedback or any curiosities about my life, the podcast, or where I'm living and how I'm living, comment it down below. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe because 1 week there's a potty, 1 week there's a vlog, an insight into what it looks like to live for your future self. Please like the episode and I will see you in the next one.